Which leads us to the first major theme of this story, right? The illusion of the perfect system and how human error just completely dismantles it.
Okay, let's unpack this because I found the mechanics of the heist preparation really interesting, but also honestly a bit confusing at first glance.
Oh, how? Oh,
Well, you have a crew of three. Malachi is the strategist. You have Jin, the tech guy, who physically taps into the local junction box outside to put the gambling room's security camera feed on a 15-minute delayed loop.
right. Highly technical.
Yeah. And then you have Terrell, this massive guy who is purely the muscle. But here is where I need you to help me out. Jin executes this incredibly quiet, stealthy hack on the cameras. But then, to actually get inside, Terrell uses a heavy hydraulic breaching tool to literally blow the steel door off its hinges.
Yeah, which is deafening.
Right. So why bother with the quiet tech hack if you were just going to immediately announce your presence with a small explosion?
It seems totally contradictory, right? But it actually comes down to understanding the mechanics of emergency response times. If you just smash a camera or let a digital feed go black, an automated alarm instantly pings a private security dispatcher.
And they route the police.
Exactly. But by looping the camera feed, the dispatcher still sees an empty, quiet hallway. They're completely unaware anything is wrong. Now, yes, blowing the physical door off its hinges is incredibly loud.
I mean, it's a hydraulic charge.
Right, but in a gritty industrial neighborhood at 3:15 in the morning, relying on a random neighbor to wake up, figure out what the noise was, and actually call 911 that buys you time. They traded digital immediacy for physical chaos.
Wow, so they bought themselves a crucial 10-minute window before the police even know a crime is happening.
Exactly. They were managing the response window.
That makes so much sense. But man, the second they breach that door, it is pure chaos. Malachi zeroes in on the cage, shatters the reinforced window with a crowbar, and grabs the master ledger.
But the guard inside the cage, a stocky guy named Marcus Collins, he reaches for a hidden shotgun.
And Terrell doesn't even hesitate. He fires a heavy .45 caliber round, killing the guard instantly.
It just turns into a bloodbath in a matter of seconds. And Raymond Cruz, the house manager who actually framed Malachi's brother, is cornered. He's begging for his life, promising to stay quiet.
But Malachi knows the brutal reality of the world he's operating in. If Raymond lives, the cartel that backs the gambling room finds out who hit them by sunrise.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
So Malachi just says no witnesses, and Terrell brings the steel crowbar down on Raymond's skull. They pack up $90,000 in cash, grab the ledger, and just run.
What's fascinating here is what this violence actually communicates to the police later. When detectives arrive on the scene, they don't see a professional hit.
Because a professional cleaner is surgical, right?
Exactly. They use suppressed weapons, they minimize the mess, but the detectives look at the sheer overkill here, using a blunt instrument to crush a skull, and they immediately know this was driven by deep personal leverage.
It was emotional.
Very. The crew didn't leave a clean room, they left a message of revenge.
And they also left a fatal piece of evidence. Which brings us to the human flaw. I like to think of this heist like a corporate IT network. You can spend millions of dollars building an impenetrable firewall, setting up two-factor authentication, encrypting all your data.
Right. Perfect system.
Yeah, but the entire system is completely compromised if one employee leaves the map admin password written on a sticky note attached to their monitor.
Oh, that's such a good analogy.
Right. And in this story, the sticky note is a dropped lighter.
Well, the adrenaline crash is a very real physiological response. Once the immediate threat is over, the body just dumps all that tension and your fine motor skills degrade.
That is exactly what happens. They get back to the getaway car, the adrenaline starts fading, and Malachi reaches into his pocket for a vape pen to study his nerves. He has no idea that as he pulls it out, a custom silver Zippo lighter slips out of his pocket and wedges deep under the driver's seat.
Oh, man.
And it's a gift from his sister, deeply engraved with his exact initials, MAV Malachi Austin Vance.
Leaving an engraved piece of personal property at a double homicide is just catastrophic. And it really transitions the story into its second major phase, where the mechanics of the criminal underworld start colliding with forces completely outside of their control.